Fatters. Thank you very much for joining this evening. Well, I don't even know why I've gone live, but I seem to have that, moment of what shall I be getting up to before bed, and I thought I'll just strike a pose and go live to you folks. So yeah, I'm actually feeling it a little bit the last few days. I've kept up with my multivitamins. I've tried to up my calories because I think I was slacking a bit. I think this time of year it's important we get all the nutrition and calories in. So I've done that. I've took my amitriptyline a bit earlier today, so I'm hoping that I'm going to sleep before 12 o'clock. So that's the idea. Whether I pull that one off, I might not. But the last couple of nights I've just been coming upstairs. I haven't been turning the heating on. So this time I made it quite, quite a thing on my list that I need to do. So before I did my medications this evening, I had to get something from my medicine drawer. So I turned the heater on, and then when I came up 20 minutes later, it was still quite cold. So yeah, I've just been sat here with my hooded top on. It's starting to get a little bit warmer now. I'm still going to keep it on. I'm debating even to sleep in it because it gets that cold now of night time. And I've only got a thin cover, and I normally kick it off. So yeah, I'm thinking about just staying wrapped up in the winter months. A lot of people can't sleep with socks, but I'm not too bad. I mean, if I've been wearing socks all day, then yeah, they irritate me where you got to let your feet breathe and take your socks off. But if you haven't, I can sleep fine with socks on. People have like these sensory issues where they can't sleep with socks on, so I'm okay there. I don't look too bad, but this morning I looked knackered, and it took me a long time to shift how I felt. So just took some. What did he actually do? I think I got some fruit in. I got some watermelon. Even though it's garbage, it's not the proper full watermelon. It's them little chunks. And you can tell it's not. You can tell it's not proper fruit. Anyway, you bite into one, it's got no taste, and then if you're lucky, you'll get one that tastes a bit like watermelon. You know that garbage pre-packed fruit, seedless fruit. It's got no life in it. If it's got no life in it, what life can it give us? Yeah. So anyway, I had a bit of that. What else? I had 2 protein yogurts, which were 20 grams of protein per yogurt pot. I forgot the name of that. I'm not too sure what the name is, but I get it from Sainsbury's and it's quite cheap. If it's actually delivering 20 grams of protein per 200 gram of yogurt, I think it's only about £1.80 or even cheaper. Can't remember, about £1.18. So I get that. I just felt like I was fatiguing today, especially the look on my face this morning. That tired look. My eyes felt tired. You know when they feel a bit like you're rubbing them, but there's no sleep. There's actually no sleep, but you just keep rubbing them. That heavy feeling. So I took it easy, and I'm gonna see how I feel tomorrow. I'm gonna see whether I want to do any exercise or not to try and help my lung condition, or just have another day of resting the best I can, because I don't want to push my body too much. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to start understanding our body. And when the body's actually screaming at us, telling us take a step back and rest, that's what I think we don't do. We try and overexert ourselves when we shouldn't. We stress ourselves when we shouldn't. But yeah, these are all factors at the end of the day that make us well, or contribute to us having a relapse. So just read your body, guys, and try and stick to your medication. I know it's not easy. Over the years, I've noticed I've slacked on my medication. I still take them, I still do them, but the motivation that I once had to want to get up in the morning, do my nebulizers first thing, that they're not there anymore. And I did, I think that's because I actually did it for years upon years, constantly, a part of my regiment. And I think when I had enough, and I was, thinking, this is getting a bit strenuous having to do this every day. Hats off to anyone, not just me, hats off to anyone who has to nebulise every day an antibiotic, because it's not easy. I've noticed the mask though, the masks are a lot better for the antibiotic. And all these consultants rather give you the mouthpiece because it's safer that it don't get into your eyes and that. But the reasons I don't like the mouthpiece is it makes me heave. I feel like I'm actually clenching down with my teeth on the plastic of the mouthpiece, which can't be good for the jaw. Keep doing that. Also, you're going to be getting shards of plastic off that in your mouth. Little microplastics. It takes far too long to deliver that medication as well. I've done a quick study on the mouthpiece with 2 mils of injection for waters and the capsule of gentamicin. It was taking approximately 15 to 25 minutes for it to run its course doing the mouthpiece. Now, when I've got the mask, I'd say it's done in 8 to 10 minutes. So, this is why I'm in favour of the mask opposed to the mouthpiece. Also, it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The compressed mask is going to actually fight any infection in the nose as well. Now, most specialists will say, but the mouthpiece will fight something as well in the nose, because as you're breathing the medication in and then you're breathing out, it's expelling some of that gentamicin, tobramycin in the air, in the atmosphere, and you're going to breathe it in. Well, I can see where they're coming from that, but if you've got a compressed mask on your face, it's going to go into your lungs and also your nose a lot better. So if I had to recommend which one, if you suffer with nasal infections and lung infections, 100% the masks, you can sort of look after your own eyes by doing the easy steps, making sure the mask is compressed on the face, that the elastic band is tight round the head, and you could also hold the mask compressed to your face, and you could actually wear some kind of goggles. I know it sounds stupid, but if you're that concerned that the gentamicin or tobramycin might damage your eyes, then you could wear a pair of goggles. When you finish, you wash round your face, round your eyes, because I noticed I was getting a lot of skin problems, not just with the antibiotic nebulized stuff, but even the saline. And my beard used to go very, very itchy and red. So now I tried to clean it. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, have got a suggestion, and I don't recommend it, but the suggestion is that before you're nebulizing, use Vaseline in the cracks, like use the Vaseline here, round here, and then that way it acts as a barrier that the saline won't irritate the face. So you could do that. I've also heard very bad things about Vaseline. If you read the Vaseline, it says it's petroleum jelly. What is petroleum? Well, it's petrol. So I don't even, after watching that video about petroleum jelly and Vaseline, I wouldn't even recommend putting it on a baby's bum. After seeing that, I wouldn't recommend putting it on your mouth, especially around here. End of the day, it's a petrol, and you're putting it round your lips. And what did they say? They used to say in school, when we had the when we had sellotape, don't bite it, you might get lip cancer. Whether that was a wives' tale, I don't know, but you can look at even mechanics. Mechanics years ago, they never used to wear gloves. They were messing with petrols and oils, and they came down with cancers and all sorts. What about the painter and decorator back in the day? They never used to wear gloves. Look at the painter and decorators today. We used to put white spirits on, clean our hands. So, I don't know. I mean, Vaseline is everyday use. You know what I mean? If you've got an itchy bum back in the day when Sudocrem, when Sudocrem wasn't about, straight to the Vaseline drawer. But what I'm saying is, just be careful what you put around, because these things they don't tell us. Read the ingredients. All right, Zahid Hassan. Yeah, read the ingredients on the back of things, because it's an eye opener. These things that we think are, just everyday use, we're actually putting petrol. We're putting petrol on our bum cheeks and our lips and our nose. Yeah, I'm from Manchester, mate. I've just got it's my lung disease channel, you see. So I just come on here talking about that. I talk about everything and anything, really. So I've got a few subscribers. And these random lives, they're bringing people over as well. I've got people from America coming over. So it's all good, brother. You got to keep positive. No, not Liverpool, mate. It's all about Manchester and Manchester United. Yeah. But, where are you from? Is it Zahid? Zahid? Where you from, mate? And what brings you over here? Well, hey, got 12 watches. Thank you, guys. If anyone suffers with your lungs, hit the subscribe button. I nearly said hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, Egypt, nice, mate. My mother was born in Alexandria, Egypt. Her dad was from there. My father is from Sicily, and my mother's Maltese, but she was born in Alexandria in Egypt. It's actually on either a date of birth or a very old passport. And you used to have a lot of English people that worked in, you know, places like Egypt, Arabic countries. A lot of petrol, a lot of petrol. We've been speaking about petrol, but I think BP Petroleum, is it BP? Anyway, my uncle used to work for the petrol thing is. I don't know if it was the petrol lorries or the petrol station. I don't know, but yeah, he worked there. Yeah, yeah, mate. I've probably got a bit of everything. I've got a bit of everything, mate. Like I say, yeah. There's actually there's actually six of us, and out the six of us, there's four girls and two boys, and I'm the only. Well, I'm not the only dark skinned out of us, but one of my sisters and me, we're the only ones showing colour, and the others are a bit more light skinned, you see. But in Sicily, which is Italy, you got Italy and then Sicily, but it's still the same country. Um, there was something which I don't know if it was true or not, but many years ago, there is a wives' tale that Africa invaded Sicily. And because if you look at where Sicily is, it's right on the border, and a lot of the Africans come into Sicily through boat. It's mad to think that someone can come through there. And they said that they took over, and obviously they got with the Sicilian women, and then they sort of bred, if that way, if that's not the word I'm looking for, but they had babies with the Italian women. So what you find out with Sicilians, the more darker skinned than Italians, and a lot of Sicilians actually have curly, nice hair. The women, they have like a nice curly hair. I don't know if you've seen Scarface, the movie, with his sister who's a Colombian, and she's got very really nice curly hair. Well, Sicilians do. So I don't know if there's any truth in that as well. So I think every nation really has a bit of everything. I don't think an English person is fully English. Or if you look at the Irish people, you'll see a lot of things like genes. They look like the Spanish or Italian or Greek. They've got the dark hair, the dark eyes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, thanks for coming over. If anyone wants to talk about anything before I go, yeah, bro, you get a bit of everything, don't you? Like I say, my dad was from a very tough place in Sicily called Licata, and I went back about 10 years ago to Licata, and I went to see my nana. My nana wasn't too well, so it was the last time. It was the first time and the last time I seen her, if that makes sense. Well, I tell a lie. The first time I seen her in Sicily, she came when we was children, so I got to see her. Um, I can't even describe it. It's basically it's not a broken down city, Licata, but it's not a great like it's not like got all the technology. It might be a lot better now than when I went, but it was still like run down. You could tell the mafia still operated in Licata. Um, when we was walking round, we found a beach on the last day. We found a beach, and it looked like people if they come to holiday, they would go to this beach. But we found it on the last day, which made us all mad, because the beach that my uncle took us to was a load of garbage. You had the boats and things like the ships or the fishermen, and then the bit of sand that we seen. It wasn't great. I think we seen a dog turd on the sand. I was with my nieces. They had buckets ready for the digging some sandcastles and spades. And my sister's boyfriend said, come on, we're going." And it was only on our last day we walked through some farmland. And we just carried on walking. They were growing tomatoes and things like that. And then we just carried on walking, and we could see something like a coast on off the coast, like the sea line or something. And then we carried on walking, and we seen this beautiful beach, and the people who worked there, they actually could speak English. And it's just a shame. You always find something when it's too late. and I don't think I'd ever go back really to Licata, but I've heard Palermo in Sicily is very nice if you're thinking about going away. The only scary thing about when you go to Sicily, there's only one airport, one airport which is Palermo, and it's a 3 hour drive from Palermo to Licata. You have to go through loads of different cities, and when the planes are taking off and landing, there's massive mountain, and I'm on about it's massive. It's got loads of little lights on the mountain, and the taxi driver said many a times the plane has never cleared the mountain and crashed in it. So yeah, if you go to Sicily, just just pray. But anyway, guys, yeah, I can speak a little bit of Italian. Not great. I understand a little bit of Maltese, but my mother and my father could speak fluent Italian, so that's all they really talked. My mother can speak five languages. When she comes to the country, they wanted her to work in the courts as an interpreter, but she was quite shy, my mother, so she didn't take that job on. My mother can speak English, Arabic, Maltese, Greek. Is that four? English, Italian, Maltese, Greek, and Arabic. Five. Yeah, you got Malta, Malta, which isn't far from Sicily. We was debating when we was in Sicily because it weren't like an holiday resort. We was getting fed up. We was thinking about getting the boat from Sicily to Malta. So if you ever think about it, if you're ever thinking about these places you've never been, you could spend a week, weekend in Sicily, go to Malta, you know. But you've got a lot of the African people now operating in Sicily, and there's an actual Sicilian island, and I don't know what it's called, but it's actually run by not Jamaica, sorry, the African gangsters as well. You can find that on YouTube. Just type Sicilian Mafia African, and you'll see it. But it's still orchestrated by the Sicilian Mafia, which is crazy. So they still operating. They're still operating. I don't know in what forces. I don't know him. Literally, I don't know any of them. But I'm intrigued in it. We also, I don't know if you've studied a guy called Michael Francis. He's a made guy for the mob, but in America it's not the same. It's not the same mob. The Cosa Nostra is the American, I think, which means our thing, and I'm not too sure what the Sicilian thing is. I don't think it's Cosa Nostra anyway. But anyway, he comes to Manchester. This guy, Michael Francis, and at the time, I didn't know he was in Manchester. He was actually touring in Liverpool, and I messaged him saying, "Hi, Michael." I said, "I've been following you for a few years now. I'd like to come and see you." And he told me I didn't have the funds. I didn't have the funds to take, for two tickets, and my partner was watching with me. We was watching this Michael Francis guy because he's quite a good guy. Obviously, he done bad things, but he was a good guy and he changed his life. So he said to me, "If you can buy one ticket, I will make sure your lady can come in for free." I can't get words out, for free. So this guy jumped on the post and said, "It's all right, Michael, I've got a free ticket." So then Michael Francis said, "Okay, if that lad gives you the ticket, then we'll get your girlfriend in still free." So the guy gave me his phone number and all this, so I got to ring him, and he's ghosting me. He's not answering his phone, he's ghosting me. It's getting later and later and later. So I thought, I can't miss this opportunity. So we ended up going. We bought two silver tickets. I can't remember the price. I think maybe about £120. So as we're going in, the woman says, "What's your name?" to my partner. They must have got my name. So she said, "Oh, my name's so and so." I said, "1 minute, you've been upgraded to gold." So they give us two gold wristbands. So I didn't even have to pay for her ticket, but I wouldn't risk it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think Michael Francis would be that busy. He wouldn't, said put Angelo down and his good missus. I nearly said the good fellow. Hey, good fellas. Yeah, my missus down and she get a free ticket. So we sat down on the silver table, and they came over. Said, no, 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 you should be on the gold. So they moved us over. We got a free picture of Michael Francis. I got to, I got a picture outside his Catalan. Is it Cadillac? His car. He actually was auctioning his Cadillac. He had a Tommy gun there, and but they tricked us. They played a game, and the game was everybody stand up if you want to be the chance of winning Michael Francis's bottle of wine that he's bringing out. So we all stood up. Okay, anybody there for £10, £20, £30? I paid enough for tickets, mate. So I sat down, and they tried it. They tried it again, and no one got up for the second game. No one got up for the second game. But anyway, guys, yeah, subscribe. We'll just roll. We'll just roll as we do. Roll with the punches. Nothing's gonna hit as hard as life. So keep punching. I'll see you later. Anyway, you haven't saying your name right. Zahad. Is it Zahad Hassan? Anyway, thanks for staying by, mate. And if you are a Liverpool fan, well done on beating Bologna 2-0. 2-0. Ciao adesso.